All right, so I'm polling you guys on Instagram to see which foundation you think looks better. Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing foundation reviews today. I'm going to be comparing the two Maybelline Fit Me Foundations, the Dewy and Smooth, which is the original formula, and the Matte and Poreless. I've been testing both of these and I thought it would be a good idea to put one on one side, the other on the other, and see how they hold up. So we're gonna apply these, we're gonna compare how they look, and then check back in the end of the day to see who wins. So if you wanna see my review of these two foundations, just keep watching. Sorry to scare you with this up close picture of my naked face, but I really wanted you to be able to see how these applied. Let's start with the Dewy and Smooth. This is how it looks with the Dewy and Smooth on one side, nothing on the other. Now let's add the Matte and Poreless. Cleaning off my brush, no contamination. I think this one, the porcelain color, is actually a little bit lighter, but we'll make it work. Here I am with both foundations. I've got Dewy and Smooth here, Matte and Poreless on the other side. At this point, I'll say the biggest difference I can see is that the Matte and Poreless is lighter. I mean, they're not really the same color, even though they're both porcelain. I don't have any primer on. I'm not going to powder except kind of under my eyes. I don't know how well this will pick up on camera, but if you look right here at my pores, I would say they are slightly diminished by this one, just a little bit. I don't have oily skin, I don't have large pores, so that's not something that I'm usually worried about. I do see a little bit more dewiness over here, but this also isn't totally matte on this side, which I'm actually happy with because matte foundations can be way too drying on my dry skin. It's currently 9:56, almost 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and show you how that looks. So here's the foundation with the rest of my makeup applied. I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. All right, so it is about 2:20. I have had this makeup on now since 10 o'clock, so almost 4.5 hours, and I think it looks pretty good. It hasn't broken down anywhere too much yet, I don't think. It is pretty shiny across my forehead, I'd say on both sides, but especially on the Dewy and Smooth side. But remember, I didn't use a primer, I didn't set this with any powders, so take that into consideration. I would say at this midpoint check-in, I'm preferring this, the Matte and Poreless. I still think it's a better color match and it's not super matte. So I'm liking that. I will check back with you guys a little bit later tonight. I've got students coming in a few minutes, and if I don't clean all this stuff up, they're gonna think I'm crazy. So I'm gonna do that, but I'll hop back on here one more time today and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so it is 8:45, almost 9 o'clock, and that means that I've now had this foundation on for almost 11 hours, which is a really long time. I don't usually wear my makeup that long, so I'm dying to take it off. We just got in from a walk with the dogs, and it was a long walk and it was really humid. So if it's looking a little rough, that's why. But let's talk about how these held up today. The thing that surprised me the most about this today is that I think the Dewy and Smooth side held up better than the Matte and Poreless. I mean, they both started to break down on my nose, and I can see some pigmentation on my face, but especially my blush and my bronzer and the products on top of my foundation look a lot better over here, and on this side they're kind of gone. So I was a little surprised about that, but to be fair, neither of these are supposed to be long-lasting foundations. If you're super fair like I am and you're looking for a light shade, the Matte and Poreless Porcelain is a good shade lighter than the Dewy and Smooth that's something to keep in mind. Throughout the day, I found the matte and poreless to be more comfortable. It felt lighter, and I couldn't feel kind of the tackiness and stickiness. I can still feel that a little bit over on this side. I did post a picture on Instagram, and so far you guys are 50-50 on which side looks better, so they are very similar. Keith couldn't really tell a difference. You definitely don't need both. So overall, I would say that if I'm looking for a nice medium coverage foundation with sort of a natural looking finish, I'm probably gonna go for the matte and poreless unless I want it to last a long time. The Dewy and Smooth is definitely Dewy and Smooth, but you're gonna have to set it with a powder and probably use a primer underneath. And heads up, you're gonna hate this if you have oily skin. In fact, if you have oily skin, I would be surprised if the matte and poreless worked too, because it really wasn't that matte on me. But overall, these are good, decent drugstore foundations. I don't think they're must-buys. They're not my favorite, but I don't hate them. What do you think? Let me know down below what you think, if you've tried these or if there are other foundations from the drugstore you would recommend instead. I recently picked up the L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation. I had been afraid to try that with my dry skin, but I've seen enough reviews that I was tempted. So I might try that one next. Thanks for stopping by and watching this video and hanging out with me today. I'm gonna go take my makeup off and I'm gonna get ready for bed. Oh yes, getting ready for bed. Remember to hop on over to Instagram and Twitter and follow me at Robin's Cup so we can chat and hang out and be friends all the time, and hit that subscribe button so I can see you guys next time. Bye. I paid $2 for each of mine, but I'm a crazy deal finder, so there you go. First lipstick I'm going to show you today is Date, and this is a Bite Beauty lipstick. It is one of their luminous cream lipstick duos, and people, you need to get on this because this is limited edition. I mean it serious. You need to go get this right now.